ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binaries of all ages, welcome to How to Make a Literal Cat in your favorite RPG. I hope you're not here to learn how to do character creation the right way. You're in the wrong place for that. This is the Cat Creation Podcast, hosted in part by me, Joel.
And hosted in other part by me, Avalon.
And how are you on this fine day, Avalon?
I'm doing pretty good, you know. I went to the zoo today.
Oh, heck yeah.
That was pretty sick. I went into their bird exhibit where you get to walk around with like the little budgie parakeets, and they're so cute, dude. I love them. And yeah, I saw some flamingos. I got to walk next to a kangaroo. I was like, what? Didn't think I'd ever be able to do that in my life, but here I am. That was a good way to end my workday after hearing corporate mumbo jumbo for like 6 straight hours in a conference room.
Yeah. Were you able to commune with the birds? Did you manage to speak their language at all, or?
You know, I tried sending out a few tweets, but no replies.
Happens to the best of us.
Yep. They just weren't bangers, I guess. There were a lot of birds that were like flying right past me though. You know, they're just like, let me get a close look at this fella. And then, I had a classic moment. Crap, I can't remember what bird it was. Is some I can't remember it, but is the bird at the exhibit flew over and landed on the sign about it while I was reading it.
That's actually pretty cool.
Actually, did I get a picture of that one? I did not.
Oh
well, it's stored in my personal memory bank, and you know that's good enough for me. I'll have it forever to cherish.
That's the important thing, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, this game is not about birds. It's about the horrors, quite honestly.
It's about the horrors?
Yeah, we're looking at Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, damn it. I was going to do a bit.
What was the bit?
I couldn't find it. I was going to find the ringtone and be like, hold on, I'm getting a call.
Oh, I see. Yep. Call of Cthulhu, the classic tabletop RPG about investigating and stuff in a Lovecraftian horror story.
I love crafted me a good horror story, you know what I'm saying?
Not really. Horror's not really my genre, but, you know, you gotta sort of respect the classics, I guess.
Yeah, I would say this is a classic.
Sorry for the hesitancy there. It's just, I don't respect H.P. Lovecraft himself.
Yeah.
Like, that dude sounds awful, like, if you know anything at all about him, but like...
That dude hated his cat.
Yeah, that's not even the issue I was thinking of, but...
Oh, no, that's like the first thing that pops into my mind when I think about H.P. Lovecraft. I'm just like, it's so bad.
I was thinking about how racist he was, but...
Well, yeah, you do know what his cat's name was, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that is... He sucks. Anyways, he's dead, though. Congrats. We can separate the art from the artist on this one because, yeah.
Bro, that's not even what that means.
Is it not?
No. Separating the art from the artist is like a term for critique where, like, you judge whether a work can stand on its own if you separate it from the name of its creator.
I thought it was just ditching the creator and being like, yeah, fuck that guy, nobody cares about him, but this thing is cool.
No, that's different. I
was like, you can't do that part with living artists.
That's called trying to have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
Man, do you ever think about how messed up that is, though?
That you can't have your cake and eat it too?
Yeah, like you have this cake, and as long as you have it, you have cake, right?
Yeah.
But then if you eat it, you don't have cake anymore.
You know, it took me literally, I think, like 4 or 5 years ago is when I figured out what that phrase meant. And for those of you wondering, why did it take you so long to figure that one out, dummy? It's the autism.
That makes sense.
I had no fucking clue. And then somebody explained it like that. They're like, you can't have your cake if you've eaten all your cake. And I was like, oh, it's the same cake. Yeah. So, I just never used that phrase because I was like, it's dumb. It makes no sense. Sorry, anyways, continue. Where?
I don't know. I was just lamenting losing my cake after eating it. It's all good.
Yeah, that is the sad part about cake. It's gone when it's gone. But, you know, you gotta think of how good it was in the moment and be like, hell yeah.
This is a metaphor for the show now.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's put a cat through the horrors.
Let's go.
Man, 2 cats back to back going through the horrors. I didn't even plan it that way, but...
Yeah, we're really putting them through the ringer on this one.
It's okay. After this, there won't be... Well, unless there's a licensed horror RPG. Does Buffy the Vampire Slayer count as horror?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Roughly.
Well, okay. There might be one more cat subjected to the horrors after Silver Screen Summer starts. But other than that one, it'll be over.
Yeah.
This will be probably the last cat we ever subject to the horrors.
Yep. But let's get into these horrors.
Well, before we do that, let's get into the cat creation rules.
Oh my gosh. How could I forget about the cat creation rules? I didn't forget about the cat creation rules. It was a bit.
Okay, I believe you. I didn't believe him. That was a bit.
Fuck. Start the fucking rules.
Okay, yeah. The cat creation rules are the rules the show follows to make sure that we remain on target, on brand, and most importantly, on cat. Rule number 1 is we accept no cop-outs. We're making a cat, the exact animal that comes to mind when I say the word. Not an anthropomorphic race, not some person turned into a cat, no lions, no tigers, no other cop-outs you can imagine.
You know what else is a cop-out and why we have rule number 2? Homebrew. Because rule number 2 is we cannot use homebrew/house rules. If the rules in the rule book don't allow us to do something, we can't do it. And we count it as a rule broken.
That is correct. Rule number 3. If the game includes stats for a literal cat, those must be used or adapted to the game's character sheet. Now, despite what we said about Lovecraft himself having a cat earlier, I don't think that there's cat stats in this game. At least not in the core rulebook.
Yeah, no.
I have not read any of the copious expansions over the course of 7 editions of Call of Cthulhu.
Can't believe there's 7 editions of this game.
Started in 1981.
Hey, really? That's actually crazy.
Yeah, look on the character sheet. It says 40th anniversary, 1981 to 2021.
Wow. I don't have any of the character sheets pulled up.
Oh, that's fine. I don't even know which one we're using yet. I think
Yeah,
we'll have to
that's why.
decide that here soon.
So we are on rule number 4. The character, class, background, playbook, job, what have you, must exist in the game's core rules or as part of an official expansion. Homebrew classes don't exist. And we're not looking at any expansions. We're just looking at 7E.
Rule number 5, the cat can learn any skill available to its class, even if it's not something a cat could normally be trained to do. I don't think your average cat is a detective. This one will be.
Yep. If a tool would be physically impossible for a literal cat to use, even if comically downsized for them, they cannot use it. This may include magnifying glasses, pipes, stuff like that. Paper and pen.
Are you saying this cat can't wield a steel pipe?
Probably not.
Dang, so sorry to tell you all this, but if you're planning to use this in your actual play, you have no excuse to use our character to repeatedly play the steel pipe sound effect.
Okay.
You know the one I mean.
I know exactly what steel pipe sound effect you're talking about. That thing plays through my brain while I'm trying to go to sleep. Every time a sheep lands from jumping over that gate, just bing!
Rule number 7, if a character sheet has a section that is meant to be filled out in collaboration with the whole table, we leave that blank, so potential players can make it fit the group that they are playing with.
And finally, rule number 8, we gotta keep track of every rule that we break. You know it, you love it.
Yep. And I feel like this is going to be one that'll have a above average amount of broken rules.
I think so too. I know kind of little about Call of Cthulhu. My main exposure to Call of Cthulhu is like some one-shots that I've listened to, and then the Dungeons and Daddies podcast.
Do you listen to Gutter?
I have listened to the first like couple episodes of Gutter. I haven't gotten super far into it. Is it Call of Cthulhu?
It's a weird mix of Delta Green and Call of Cthulhu. I think the character sheets, from what I can gather based on my incredibly limited knowledge of both games, is more Call of Cthulhu than Delta Green.
Okay. Yeah, I knew they were doing something funky with the rules.
But I think if you go to the Gutter website, you can just download the exact blend of rules that they're using.
Oh, neat. I'll look at that after the show.
Wait, I thought the website was gutter.com, but apparently no one owns this.
How does nobody own gutter.com?
I don't know, man. That .com bubble burst and everyone sold all the useless ones. Oh, gutter.show. My bad.
Oh. Yep.
Anyway, you're welcome, Gannon Reedy, for the free promotion.
Yep.
I could have sworn that they... I'm just on the website now, because I could have sworn at one point they said that the rules that they were using were available... I'll have to dig through the show notes. Anyway, That's not important. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, we completed the cat creation rules. Let's actually get into character creation.
Okay, and character creation starts chapter 3, page 40, creating investigators.
About this chapter. Key aspects you should include. Is that what? Okay, it says here before you roll the dice, key aspects you should include. Is that supposed to be not include, or is it supposed to be you should note? Or like you should include?
I'm assuming you should include the period or date where the scenario takes place, the location or country in which the game is set, the scenario's initial premise or setup, and any recommended occupations from the keeper.
Alright, so the word include is the wrong one here.
Yes. No. Wait. Yes.
So key aspects you should note. I couldn't tell if it meant you should not include this information or you should note it, but you should note this information because that is like super valuable. There's actually a difference in Call of Cthulhu, and I don't know if it really comes into play for like just the core rules, but there are 3 versions of actually there's a ton more than that, but there are at the basic level 3 versions of Call of Cthulhu. There is Call of Cthulhu Classic 1920s, Call of Cthulhu Classic Modern, and then Call of Cthulhu Pulp.
Okay.
Which is Modern Cthulhu, where they've added like an archetype spot to the character sheet. I don't know what the other difference is, but the main difference between modern and classic 1920s is there's an extra skill in modern for using electronics.
Okay.
So I think that's like the main... I honestly don't think we're gonna use Pulp Cthulhu for this. I think that's its own little separate thing. But the thing that we have to decide, because it might make a slight difference in character creation, is whether we're using the 1920s investigator or the modern investigator. I guess we can choose here in a minute whether we want to be modern or classic. There's more than one approach to creating an investigator. Some people prefer to have an idea about the type of investigator they want to create before rolling dice, while others prefer to let the dice rolls guide their choices. We're obviously the second type, right?
Yeah, very much so, I would say.
Our only guiding principle is that we have to be making a cat.
True.
Let's see. Step 1, generate characteristics. Characteristics is one of 8 numbers that create the foundations for an investigator. In the game, each characteristic represents an aspect of an investigator: intelligence, dexterity, and so on. They're all right there at the top of the character sheet.
Yeah. We got strength, con, dex, int, sis, pow, app, edu. So in terms of what type of character we're making, I feel like 1920s, like, you kind of gotta when you're doing Call of Cthulhu, right?
Well, you don't have to, but we probably should. Looking at the base game, I think they are probably going to walk us through the classic character creation, which means that our character is most going to fit on the 1920s character sheet. Although I will say, there's not a massive difference on these things. Like, if you really want to play this in a modern game, all you're gonna have to do really is take one of the classic character sheet has 4 empty skill slots at the end. You're just gonna take one of them, write in electronics, and there you go. You've caught your character up to where everything else is.
That's actually so fair, yeah.
Like, that's the primary difference between 1920s investigator and modern investigator, is one skill on the character sheet.
I was about to say, yeah, where does that skill come in?
On the modern sheet, it is listed right below...
Okay, you have a credit rating in this game? That's actually insane.
On the modern sheet?
No, on the 1920s sheet, too, you have a credit rating. 0%.
That's wild, because they didn't invent credit reports until the 60s.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go into debt and have a line of credit before then, to be fair.
Yes.
Like, debt's about as old as society, so...
Yeah, true. But yeah, I think we should do 1920s, and then yeah, if somebody wants to modernize them, you just have to add 2 skills.
Basically, yeah.
Rolling characteristics. Okay, wait. Initially, write your results on a piece of scrap paper before writing them onto the investigator sheet, as they may be modified by the age of your investigator. Okay.
We'll worry about that in a minute. This is a form-fillable character sheet. I don't think we have to worry about that so much.
Yeah, no. Okay, hold on. I only have 1d6 on me right now. You gotta roll 3. I thought I was
do you want to go get more?
Yeah, I thought I was so prepared. I was like, I got a set of dice sitting on my desk. I was like, it's gonna be great. I did set them closer to my desk. They're no longer out on my shelf. Some dice ASMR for all you ASMR fans out there.
Thank you.
Okay. Strength. Roll 3d6 and multiply by 5 to generate the strength characteristic. We got a 2, a 4, and a 4, which is 10. So we get a 50 in strength.
Nice. And these work on like a D100 or percentile dice, kind of like Haunted West.
Yeah.
So like you're going to hear big numbers. It's not necessarily that great. It's just...
So for those who don't know the goal in Call of Cthulhu, to successfully, or to succeed a check, you have to roll lower than the number you have in that slot. So currently, if we were to say, I don't know, we gotta push a door open or something.
With 50, that means we literally have a 50% chance of success.
Yeah, genuinely. So yeah, if you rolled like a 49, it'd be like just a straight success. And then I believe the half, so if you roll 25 or lower, that's over half, which is, I think, a good success. And then the fifth, which would be 10 for our strength right now, if you roll under that, it's a critical success, I think. Or this game's version of a critical success.
What's it called? Like a golden hit? Or is that just a gutter thing?
I think that's just a gutter thing.
Okay. So that might not be actual Call of Cthulhu. That might be a Delta Green thing.
A golden hit. So then we just have to roll the rest of our... Okay, so wait, hold on. Intelligence is the only one that's not the same. So our strength, constitution, dexterity, and appearance are all 3d6 and multiply by 5. But
right.
Intelligence is...
And then 2d6
plus 6.
Plus, okay, so we're guaranteed 1/6 basically for intelligence.
Yes. Let's do our constitution next. We got a 1, a 2, and a 5, which is an 8. Multiplied by 5 is 45, or 40.
Okay. Hey, can I make a pitch for size that our results are all 1s?
I'm sorry, what?
The stat size? I know it says 2d6 plus 6, but what if we just said that our results were all 1s and we have a 15?
Because we're just a little guy?
Yeah. Like, it would be the absolute minimum size rating, and lower than the average character would even be allowed to have. I feel like that's a fair trade-off, though, because we are a very small... Yeah, we're small. We're little. We're sminy. We're small and tiny.
It's 2d6 plus 6, so do you want to change that plus 6 to a plus 1 and be extra tiny?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just say a size rating of 15, because that would be the lowest you could do, like, if it was a 3d6 roll.
Yeah. Okay. Can do. So then up next is our dex then. We got a 6, a 4, and a 4. What's 14 times 5? 70.
Yeah. I realize I should have had a calculator open too, just in case, but...
Was I right? Was it 70?
It is 70. You've been doing the math correctly.
Okay, good. 70, so good dex. That's good for our character.
It makes sense for our character.
Yeah. Now our appearance. Let's see how cute this cat is. We got a 5, a 2, and a 3. So 10 total times 5 is 50. We're kind of mid, actually.
This could be an old cat. We don't know.
Could be an old cat. Intelligence is only 2d6 plus 6. So we've got... Oh my god. We got a 4 and a 6. So 16 times 5 would be 80. This cat is smart as hell, bro.
Massive brain. That's why he's part of the investigation crew.
True. And then for our power, it is another 3d6 times 5. A 1, a 6, and a 5, so that is 12 times 5 is 60. Education is 2d6 plus 6 times 5. Our 2d6 are 6 and a 4, so we got 16 times 5, which is, what did I say it was? 70?
For 16, that's 80.
That is our education. Dang, our intelligence and education are both 80. That's insane, actually.
Highly educated cat.
Yes.
Highly intelligent, highly educated.
Okay, so then last up is our luck. Roll 3d6 and multiply by 5. So let's see how lucky our cat is. Cats are typically lucky, right?
You would think so, yeah.
We got a 4, a 2, and another 4, which is 10. So we're half lucky.
That's fine.
Luck points are very interesting in this game, because, like, I couldn't imagine if somebody rolled, like, triple sixes for their luck. That would allow them to get away with a lot of stuff. So yeah, we have all of our stats, so to run through them again: strength 50, constitution 40, dexterity 70, intelligence 80, size 15, power 60, appearance 50, education 80, and luck 50.
Next up, age. A player can choose any age between 15 and 90 for their investigator. If you want to create a character outside this age range, it's up to the keeper. whatever. I feel like for us, it's gotta be, one moment, where's our cat age range thing? 12 to 18 years. So I feel like 15 is probably actually the highest we could go.
Yeah. Now, do we have to do this by the book's rules? Or is it like, do we transfer cat years to human years and find that out? I don't think we've ever done that on the show.
We've never had to, but, like, I feel like we're going to have to because age makes a difference. I feel like we should make a younger cat, though, in the 15 to 19 age range because it would make sense for being a small creature. Deduct 5 points among strength and size, deduct 5 points from education, and roll twice to generate a luck score and use the higher value.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
So we could just say our cat is like 1 year old.
Yeah, technically 1 year old, but 15 in game terms. So we deduct 5 points among strength and size, and then 5.
Oh, among.
Yeah, 5 from education. So our education is now 75. And do we want to make our cat even smaller?
We've already made our cat smaller than the rules would typically allow. I feel like, would it make sense? I kind of think we should have lower strength.
I think so too.
I want to put all 4 points in strength. Let's just go down to 45.
Okay, and it says we get to roll twice to generate our luck score and use the higher value. So our current value is 50. Let's see if we can roll higher. I got a 6, a 1, and a 1. That's 8.
8 times 5 is going to be less than 10 times 5.
Yeah. So this cat, not incredibly lucky. Oh wow, they have a whole page dedicated to telling you what the numbers mean.
Yeah.
What do the numbers mean, Mason? Hold on. Note, appearance is used only for humans and does not exceed 99. Do we have to cross that off of our character sheet?
No. I don't think we can we?
I don't think so. It's a skill that you will probably have to use at some point during the game.
Yeah. And I think the interesting thing of note here is on all of these, no matter which one, 50 is kind of listed as the average size, or the average, stat value. There's a couple exceptions. 65 is the average size for a human. 1 is a baby, which would be 1 to 12 pounds. 15 would be a child, very short in stature, or a dwarf, 33 pounds. So, actually, wait a minute. We might want to move our strength back around. If we want to be a legitimate cat size, the average cat weight is, where is it? 8.8 to 11 pounds. So we could go down more size if you really want to. We could say this cat is somehow as strong as the average human.
But as small as a baby.
Or we could just have a large cat. This could be a Maine Coon or something, you know?
Yeah, true.
A grizzled Maine Coon at that.
Yeah,
the appearance is low.
He puts his paw up to stroke his beard, lost in contemplation.
Yeah, but also that would explain why they set such a high minimum for size.
Yeah. Okay, so wait, are we making our size 10 or no?
No, let's leave it alone.
Okay.
I feel like it doesn't make sense for our cat to be as strong as the average human.
Yeah, probably not. But this is it's a TTRPG. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I guess.
We've had cats that can use guns.
We have.
I feel like having a cat be kind of strong isn't super out of left field.
No, but it's not really fitting within the genre.
That's fair.
We're already pushing it with 45, I feel like.
Well, maybe we can find something that lowers our strength even more.
Maybe. But I feel like saying we're just a large cat makes more sense than saying that we have average human strength.
Okay, yeah. Large cat, I think, is the way to go.
Alright, and then half and fifth characteristic values. They've already done that for us, haven't they?
Yes.
Did they automatically calculate damage bonus and build? Yeah, it's down here. Move is 9, build is -2, it looks like, on the first page, and damage bonus is -2.
So they did auto-calculate it, because I didn't put that in.
Alright, well, that's easy for us.
Sweet. And then hit points, did they do that too? Yep, we have 5 HP, which is pretty good in Call of Cthulhu.
Is it? It's a mixture of our constitution and our size, right?
Yes. And we've got okay constitution. But 5 points, I think the max damage a gun can do is 6 points of damage. So you might be able to survive a gunshot. There's a 2/3 chance.
There you go, I guess. And then movement rating. If both dex and strength are each less than size, your movement is 7. If either strength or dex is equal to or greater than size, or it already gave us our movement, right?
Yeah, it did.
All right. We don't even, I don't know why I'm reading all this out.
We have 9 movement.
It's because we're so small. If both strength and dex are each greater than size, and we have an illegally small size.
Yeah. And we don't have any deductions from our age either.
Yeah, because we're the minimum age.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, the minimum age in cat years.
Freshly born. No, I'm kidding. All right, we can move on to step 2.
Yeah. Determine occupation.
Occupation shows how an investigator makes a living, be it as a doctor, student, or low-life fraudster. An occupation also reflects a particular investigator's field of expertise, and so dictates which of their skills should be higher. The actual occupation of your investigator will have limited effect during the game. It is simply a basis for your investigator's starting skills and helps to define their backstory. Some occupations are typically Lovecraftian, an antiquarian, an author, a dilettante, a doctor of medicine, a journalist, a police detective, and a professor. Looks like they have a list of occupations in Chapter 4.
All right, let's go there. We can kind of make up our own, it looks like. But yeah, they do give us a bunch.
Yeah, there's a lot here.
Let's see. We could be... I'm not even going to bother trying to read all of these off. I don't know why I started that like I was going to.
Dude, you can be the Undertaker?
Like from wrestling?
I think so. It just says Undertaker.
Okay, but that's like a thing. Like, you're the guy who buries the dead bodies, right?
Is that what that is?
Well, when you Google Undertaker, it does talk about the Undertaker from pro wrestling. But if you go to Merriam-Webster.com, one whose business is to prepare the dead for burial and to arrange and manage funerals.
Okay. All right.
Or you could be an Englishman taking over forfeited lands in Ireland in the 16th and 17th century.
Interesting. I don't think we're that.
Yeah. It also could mean entrepreneur.
Oh, like undertaking a business.
Undertaking the risk and management of business.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
But I feel like the second one is the one that most people know it for, because that was how the Undertaker got his whole, like, deal.
Yeah, that's how he got his thing going.
That's how he got his thing going. We're a really smart, educated cat. I feel like that should help us, like, define our occupation to a degree, right?
Yeah, maybe...
Have we ever done a cat lawyer before?
No. I don't think so.
Do you want to do a cat lawyer?
Hell yeah, I want to make a cat lawyer. Are you kidding me?
We could also have a cat psychiatrist.
And how does that make you feel?
That's not a psychiatrist for cats. That is a cat who is a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
To be clear.
This cat is going up to random people and being like, yo, what's your problem? Actually, tell me. I can find out for you.
Okay, those are the two funniest options I can see here, I think. And we're educated enough to do both of them, I feel like.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I don't know which one I like more. I'm honestly lawyer, probably, right?
Cat lawyer, yeah.
Cat lawyer.
I can already hear the radio show tagline. I guess we need a character name first, but like, feline attorney.
Feline attorney. Attorney! Never mind, hold on. I gotta save that for the end of the episode now.
Alright.
I got the cat punch.
I was trying to think of a good character name that would go for, like, the name of a character on a radio show. Like, we got Guy Noir, or Johnny Dollar, or I actually don't know any other radio shows about, like, investigators, now that I think about it. It's just those two that I know of. But you know what I mean, right? That just sounds like the sort of thing. Like, if you were to get a radio show or an audio drama, the name of the thing would be, you know, first name, last name, feline attorney.
We got Wesley Whiskers over here.
Wesley Whiskers, feline attorney. Yeah, I could hear the 1920s old-timey radio dude saying that name. Wesley Whiskers, feline attorney.
On the previous episode of Wesley Whiskers, feline attorney.
Yeah, we got it. Got it.
Hell yeah.
This is Wesley Whiskers, feline attorney. How do you think an old-timey, like, radio show about a lawyer cat doing investigations that often turns to Lovecraftian horror? You know what? Never mind. I've answered my own questions. That is the sickest idea for a radio show ever. Somebody make this.
Joel, I found our next podcast idea. All right, so we've got a name now. That's progress, and we have our occupation. So I think, is there anything we need to do?
I'm trying to think now. Like, would it be funnier if it was just a bunch of stock cat sounds and people responding like they're having an actual conversation with the cat, and you have to like guess the context clues of what the cat is saying by how people are responding to it?
Can't wait for the penultimate episode where they're in a heated trial and Wesley Whiskers is like, I've got one more piece of evidence, but not actually say, he's just meowing. He's like, meow, 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 meow. And then you just hear everybody in the room go, and then the episode ends and you don't get to find out until next month. You don't get to know what he said.
If only I knew how to write an audio drama.
If only.
Man, I might have to learn now. Wesley Whiskers, feline attorney.
Awesome. We've got
so
gold
good.
on a silver platter right here.
We do.
It doesn't get better than this.
Especially that, like obviously ours is going to be like an absurdist comedy, but the lead of the show just constantly going Lovecraftian horror.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you would incorporate that through sound. I could think of a couple ways, actually.
Yeah. I mean, obviously part of it is the cat is just going to be narrating what happens.
Yeah. All right, we got...
Anyway, we're making a character right now, not an audio drama about Wesley Whiskers, feline attorney.
Hey everybody, welcome into the mid-roll. Hope you're enjoying the episode. Call of Cthulhu is a very interesting system to look at.
Yeah, we're having an interesting time with it.
Yeah, I'd love to play it someday. One might even say I'm feeling called to it.
Well, don't feel too called. You know what happens if you answer the Call of Cthulhu. He, ends the world or something. I've not actually read Lovecraft.
He just talks for a long time.
Oh, okay.
He'll keep you on the line forever.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, we're not here to talk to Cthulhu. We're here to talk about the show that you're listening to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one.
This show that you're listening to has a website. It's called badgertrove.com/literalcatpod.
Yeah, you can find all the information you could possibly want to know about the podcast by going to that website. You want to know our social medias? Just go there. You can find links. You want to be able to email us pictures of your cats? Just go there. There's a button that'll give you our email address. You want to subscribe to the show because you're currently listening in your friend's green SUV. It's like a nice forest green.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking to you, Michael.
Michael. Yeah. Get on it, Michael.
Yeah. Subscribe to the show, Michael. You have to now. You've been called out specifically.
Yep.
It's been a while since we've done one of those.
Yeah, it has been a while since we've done one of those. But if your name isn't Michael, you can still check out the website. It's pretty cool. And if you're anybody who listens to this podcast and you think, wow, these guys are kind of funny sometimes. They make me laugh. Go ahead and say that in a review. Give us a rating or a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods. I don't know if we're on there.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, wherever you can, just let people know. Be like, hey, this show's cool.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else we got?
We could talk about the Patreon. I don't know if we've done that in a while.
Yeah, I'm kind of holding off on talking about the Patreon until I know what we're going to do with it after August or September, whichever one the show ends in.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess they already did the voting stuff, so they're...
I mean, if you want to listen to the episodes a week early, you could still join at the $5 tier, I guess.
Yep.
I'm trying to keep the calendar up to date. I think I've actually fallen behind on that a little bit.
That's all right. I know we have some stuff planned. This time it'll just be a surprise.
Yeah, I guess so.
For everyone.
Especially us.
Sometimes even the games we're playing are a surprise to me.
Well, yeah, I usually pick them out at the last second, so that makes sense.
So there's that. There's also the Discord for Badger Trove, which I believe you can find at badgertrove.com/Discord, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Yeah. You can go join our Discord. You know, we've got some stuff going on in there. Joel and I put like our stream alerts and different like collaboration stuff in there we talk about from time to time. We've mentioned in the past Joel and I will be doing more projects under the Badger Trove name in the future, so you'll still be able to keep up with us.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys have, if anyone's in the Badger Trove server, you may have seen me talk a couple times in the last, I guess 6 months. The Jackbox Party game streams. I'm thinking of trying to set up a more I don't know, formal isn't the right word for it. There's a type of server channel you can make on Discord called a stage, where basically the host can control who is and isn't allowed to speak better.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I'm thinking of trying to set up some kind of formal thing so that we can make the Jackbox Party game nights a more regular thing. That may take a while to set up, fully figure out. But, if you feel like being part of that.
Yeah, if you feel like playing Jackbox with us from time to time, hop on in. We'll be there.
Well, someone will be there. Probably us.
Most of the time it's us.
I don't know who else it would be, honestly. I mean, anyone that we invite, but, besides that.
Besides that, it's up to you to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's it for the show. Joel, do you want to tell the folks what you're doing online?
Yeah, sure. So I am streaming over on Twitch at OMamerVT. I've got a YouTube channel at OMamerVT. What else do I have at OMamerVT? A Blue Sky and a Tumblr. Yeah, just go follow me there. I post videos. I stream. I am probably still jumping between Tomodachi Life and Pokemon Champions, if I had to guess right now. Tomodachi Life type games are not usually my cup of tea, but just the fact that there are no filters means that the potential for comedy is infinite, it seems like. 2 days on my Tomodachi Life island, and Morrigan has already fallen in love with, this is Morrigan from Dragon Age, by the way, has fallen in love with the fictional professor that I made up as, the creator of my VTuber character.
Okay. And you know what? I hope that's working out for them.
Yeah, I've only played an hour or two since that stream ended, so I actually don't know how they're doing.
Okay. Dude, that game is so funny, though, without the filters. I have seen so many ridiculous things going on in that game.
I think Tomodachi Life in 2013 was the same way, but I didn't have enough internet access in 2013 to play the game.
Dang.
I remember seeing videos all the time of people, having their Miis sing songs on stage, and, they'd be the most random, unhinged things ever, I don't know. I'm trying to think of one, and all I can think of now is the person who wrote a song about hailing Satan.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. There are a lot of whack ones out there like that.
And then there was the Miitomo app on your phone for a little bit. That was just a Mii-based social media, and you could take photos of your Miis and other people's Miis and make the text whatever you wanted. I think there were some good memes that came out of that.
Oh, I'm sure.
But, that was a very short-lived app, unfortunately. R.I.P. Miitomo app for Android and iPhone.
Dang. Maybe someday we'll get it back.
I would be the first in line. Anyway, yeah. But I'm also going to be trying to, do a bunch of other, small event type stuff to, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. I need content for videos that are going to be faster turnaround than some of the videos that I'm currently working on. So we're going to try and plan some fun events for, the beginning of streams moving forward.
Heck yeah.
Anyway, what about you, Avalon? What are you up to?
I'm up to scheming and plotting. And what does that mean? You'll have to find out. But if you want to know in advance, you can go follow me on Blue Sky at Avalon Alchemist. You can follow me on Twitch at Avalon Alchemist. Those are the two places I'm most active nowadays. Hopefully I can get my new project kicked into gear. But for now, it'll just be streaming, doing the Dungeons of Hinterberg stream, and then I'm not sure what I'll do after, but we'll figure it out.
And did I also remember hearing a rumor at some point about you working on editing videos for a curated experience of your Resident Evil playthroughs?
You did hear that, and you heard it probably from me.
Does that count as a rumor then, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it?
I would say it's still in the rumor stage, considering I haven't published any of those videos yet.
Ah, details.
I'm still working on cutting them open and ripping their guts out. And by guts, I mean all the times that I just sat there in silence because I was too busy, laser focused in on the game.
Fair enough.
Genuinely, What's so funny about video editing for me is that I never took a video editing class in college. So 90% of my video editing consists of me watching videos on how to edit videos. Or like how to do specific things. Cause like I can do a lot of the basics. But then I'm like, literally, like, how to rotate text in MS Paint, except how to rotate text in DaVinci Resolve.
Oh, that one's an easy one. You just gotta turn on the handlebar thing in the bottom right or left corner, and then you can, grab and rotate it.
Yeah, I didn't know about the handlebar thing. I actually don't think I looked that one up. I think I brute forced that one by making a box sideways and then turning it into a text box.
I see. That's probably not the optimal way to do that.
No. None of my editing is optimal by any means.
You gotta learn the power of the text plus, what is that called? A node? I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah, node, I think. Or window, probably.
Whatever it is. Point is, Avalon's learning to videos edit for the first time.
Yep.
Whereas I've been self-taught for the last 12 years.
Yeah, so if you see one of my videos in the future and you're like, damn, this guy is nothing like that cool VTuber Omammer, that's why.
Hey, let's not oversell me. I've not, been actively, making videos for that long. It's just, everything I've known about video editing, I've taught myself over the course of that time.
That's fair.
Let's not oversell me yet.
Okay, listen, I'm your biggest stan right now currently, so I gotta hype you up.
Man, you should probably find a more, reliable horse to bet on there.
Hey, listen, I don't bet, okay? I just know. I got that intuition. It's not a bet if you know you're winning it.
Well, I guess I will take the faith then. Anyway, yeah, keep an eye out for that. We're both gonna be video guys, at least somewhat.
At some point in the future. Which means once I get that working too, I do want to start uploading TikToks as well, so you could preemptively follow my TikTok at Avalon Alchemist, but there's nothing on it right now. Just a bunch of reposts of videos that I think are funny. So
meanwhile, I'm still I'm pretty sure at this point I don't know if I'm gonna delete my TikToks, but I am definitely not using them as a platform.
Fair.
Oracle's ownership has made that seem very unappealing.
Yeah, I just thought about it and I was like, I forgot they just added that feature that can scrape all your videos for AI. So you know what? Maybe not. Maybe.
I mean, there's always YouTube Shorts. You just gotta go into the settings and turn off the things that let them scrape your videos for AI.
Yeah.
If you don't, genuinely, this was a thing that I was mad about, and I almost threw away a bunch of, ideas for video shorts because I didn't realize this. But you gotta go into your settings. You gotta turn off AI beautification, and you gotta turn off AI dubbing, and there's another one that you gotta turn off as well.
Of course.
But once you do that, you should be able to publish shorts. It's just if you don't do that, YouTube might make your videos look like crap.
Well, I'll keep that in mind.
Man, we said all of that on recording, didn't we?
We sure did.
Hey, any YouTubers in the audience, go make sure those settings are turned off.
Yeah, there you go. This is professional advice.
Yeah.
Not legal advice, though. We don't claim that.
Yeah. We're not lawyers, and even if we were, this wouldn't constitute legal advice, and also, I don't know what legal advice there is in telling you to go turn off a couple of settings in your YouTube stuff.
I don't know. There's probably something on their terms of service that I agreed to that was don't talk about the settings or some bullshit.
Well, you know what? I didn't think of that either. But you know what? Let's get you guys back to your episode.
Yeah.
We've been going on too long as is.
Okay, so that means we're on to step 3, which is decide skills and allocate skill points. Occupation skills. After you've chosen an occupation, calculate your occupation skill points using the characteristics specified alongside the occupation.
Alright, so we have the list of occupations, but if you scroll down, you'll see that each of them has, a detailed section. So we just have to scroll down to lawyer.
Oh, okay. Learned in the law of the state in which they serve, the lawyer acts as an attorney, counsel, or solicitor, able to relate abstract legal theories and knowledge to present solutions for their clients. Our occupation skill points is education times 4. Wait.
That's what it says.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna scroll back up to the creating investigators section to see if I can get any advice on this. Oh, education times 4. That's the amount of total points that we have. So we take 70 times 4, And that's how many points we have to allocate to our skills.
Okay, that makes sense. What is 75 times 4?
300.
Okay, we have 300 points. Jesus.
There's a lot of skills, to be fair.
Yeah, there are a lot of skills. Okay, our credit rating is 30 to 80.
This cat is young. He has not had time to gather that much debt. His credit rating is 30.
30, okay.
Where does that go on the character sheet?
That is what I am trying to figure out.
Oh, it's a skill.
It's a skill. Oh, credit rating. There's no spot to put anything here, so
Well, you write it in the skill spot, right? The reg?
Oh, yep, that might be it.
Because everyone has it, so you don't have to check it.
Yep. Okay, 30. There we go.
Wait, is it better to have a high credit rating or a low credit rating?
High.
Is that how it is in real life, too?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, let's give him a good credit rating, then. This cat's credit rating is 80.
Okay. I was like, I don't know, because I think in real life, too, if you don't have much credit, your credit is still technically bad.
Yeah, having no credit is just as bad as having bad credit, as I understand it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And suggested contacts, we've got organized crime, financiers, district attorneys, and judges.
Those all sound good to me.
Yeah. Maybe it'll tell us in a bit if there's like a limit on the number we can have up front or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's get to that in a minute. Right now, we've got an occupation skill point limit of 300.
Okay. It does give us a list of skills. I'm assuming this is skills that are good for us. We have accounting, law, library use, 2 interpersonal skills, so charm, fast talk, intimidate, or persuade, psychology, and 2 other skills.
Alright, so obviously we need high, law?
Yes.
Yeah, law. Is there a limit to like how many points we can put in one? I would assume 99, right?
Yeah, I think that is the max. That would use a third of our points.
Well, let's not use all of them, I guess.
Yeah.
But we want it to be high, right?
Yeah.
This is like our main thing. And what's the 0.5, what's the percentage next to it mean?
I am not sure. Maybe that is like the base percentage you have.
Okay, occupations, I'm reading this key up here. Some entries, group-related occupations, for example, bank robber, bootlegger, etc., are all listed under the criminal. Lovecraftian occupations, important in Lovecraft stories. Classic occupations, only available in the classic 1920s period. Modern occupations, only available for modern-day game settings. Skill points determine which characteristics are used to derive the investigator's occupation skills. Credit rating determines the number of occupation skill points that must be spent on credit rating. Oh, so that counts as points.
Oh, I see.
So we have to spend a minimum of 30 points on credit rating.
Well, do we want this cat to have bad credit?
Well, we don't have to spend 80 points, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot.
We can make it like around
Maybe
50. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, let's do 50.
Alright, so that leaves us with 250 points. I think our law should be like 80 plus.
80's good. Let's do 80.
80? Okay.
What I'm trying to figure out is what that percentage point next to it means. Is that like if you have no points invested in this is what you would roll against?
I think that is the case. Yeah, I think that's what it's saying. Cause somebody accounting 5% is people know how to handle some money, Yeah, anthropology 1%. Not everybody's gonna have a good general knowledge of anthropology.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. I understand now.
Yeah. I believe that's the case. And if I'm wrong, strike me down cancel me on Twitter or something. I don't care.
Do we have to put points in these specific skills? I kind of think we do, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because otherwise it would make no sense. These aren't suggestions, because otherwise it would make no sense to say 2 interpersonal skills. And I think these are the ones we check too, right? So we're checking accounting, law, library use, 2 interpersonal skills, and then 2 skills of our choice.
It says the 8 skills that define this occupation in the skills section. Occupation skill points are spent on these skills. Personal interest skill points may also be used to further top off these values if wished. Add such points to the base skill value noted by each skill on the investigator sheet.
All right. But for the ones that we've got to check off, that's going to be what was it again? Accounting, law, library use, 2 interpersonal skills. I say we gotta do charm.
Charm makes sense.
And probably persuade.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we're gonna be intimidating as the littlest guy ever.
Yeah, no.
And we can't talk, so we can't fast talk.
Nope.
Psychology, we get psychology. And then we get 2 skills of our choice. And I feel like one of them should be stealth.
Yep, I can agree with that.
Alright, and then there's one for jump. Let's... Jump sounds good to me. How about you?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. This is a cat. He may be the feline attorney, but he's still a cat.
He's still out here jumping.
Yeah. And cats have a pretty good vertical leap.
Oh, yeah. Well, do we want to just start with accounting and go from there?
Well, I mean, we've already started with law. And how many points do we have left after taking 80 and 50?
That would be 270. No, 170, sorry.
Yeah, 170. All right, so we're going to have to be a little more stingy with the rest of these.
Yep. So I think accounting, honestly, can be like 10.
10's good for accounting. There's no way we're good at that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Charm, we probably want maybe like 60.
Well, if we do 30, then we're twice as good as anyone who hasn't trained it.
That's fair. We can do 30. And then if we have leftover points, we can assort them as needed. Library use.
We can read, right?
Yes.
Okay, again, the standard is 20%, so I feel like we should put more in than that.
So like...
At least 35.
35?
Minimum 35.
We can do 40.
You want to do 40 again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that puts us down to
90. I skipped past jump, and I think jump has to be like...
Jump has to be 42, right? Or as well.
Yeah.
Not literally 42.
Yeah. So then...
I feel like stealth should also be 40.
Okay.
Which leaves us with 10 points. And is there anything we're supposed to put points in?
I mean, psychology and persuade, yeah.
Oh, psychology and persuade. Okay.
Both of those start at 10%. See, my question is, do we add...
Maybe we should let's take some points out of law. Bump law down to 60.
Okay.
Because that still gives us an above 50% chance of doing it, right?
Yeah.
And we'll get some personal interest skills where we can bump these more later as well.
So maybe we could do persuade and psychology at like 15 each.
So one moment. Let me do the math again before we get carried away here. So we have 300 minus 10 minus 30 minus 50 minus 40 minus 60 minus 40 minus 40. Okay, so we've got 30 points left, basically.
Yep.
And we've got 2 skills that we got to work on, right? Psychology and persuade. We could put 15% in both.
Okay, we have done this wrong. So yeah, right in occupation skills under step 3, it says write down the total points for each skill on the investigator sheet. Parentheses, the points you've allocated plus the base chance percent printed on the investigator sheet.
Oh, so the base value is already...
Yeah, you get that.
Okay. So that adds to what we are already doing.
Yeah, that's why some of these have like 0%, like the credit rating.
Because you can have terrible credit.
Yeah. So technically, no, we gotta do more math, so...
Well, let's finish investigating our points first. Let's just put 15% in the rest of these, and then that would bump both of those up to 25.
Yep.
And then let's go back and do the math on the rest of these, and after that, we can see, like, okay, is there anything where we want to rearrange it? Accounting would become 15.
Oh, so we just want to...
Let's just go down the line.
Just go down the line and add the percent?
Yeah. Accounting would become 15. Charm would become 45. Credit rating is the same.
Yep.
Jump becomes 60.
60. Law becomes 65.
Library becomes 60. We've already done persuade and psychology, so stealth would then become 60. Do we like this?
I honestly think we should bump our library use down to 50 and bump our law up to 75.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right. I'm pretty happy with this. I think this works.
Yeah, we got a 50% chance of finding the book we need.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Honestly, probably a better chance than I would have trying to use the Dewey Decimal System.
We know the Dewey Decimal System. That's about the extent of our library knowledge.
Yeah. I know that it exists. How does it work? I don't remember.
This cat would know the Dewey Decimal System.
Oh, this cat has the Dewey Decimal System down, dude. For sure. Okay, so up next we have personal interests. Investigators also draw upon experience and knowledge gained from hobbies and other non-professional activities called personal interests. Multiply the investigator's intelligence times 2 and allot the points to any skills, which can include adding further points to occupation skills, except Cthulhu Mythos unless otherwise agreed with the keeper. So our intelligence is 80 times 2, that's 160. We have 160 extra points where we want to put them.
160 extra points. Should we become more stealthy and better jumping?
We can. You want to bump those up to like 70?
Yeah, let's say 70 each. So that's 20 points already. Got 140 left. Any skill that we don't have that you think would make sense to invest points into? We could also get law back up to like 85 or something.
I'm down for that. Make it like what we're really good at.
Yeah, this cat knows the law.
Oh my god, the law from Video Game High School?
Yes, he knows Lauren. I can't remember the character's last name.
I don't remember. I just remember the law.
Yeah, the law has entered the game, and it's a picture of Brian Ferenzi 5-second films.
Yep.
Anyway, let's see. Dodge?
Dodge, yeah.
By default, that's half of our dexterity.
Yes.
Which would be 35. So we could... How many points would it take to put that above 50%?
15.
15? What if we put 20 points in, and that gives us an above average chance of dodging?
Okay, yeah, I'm down for that. 55.
Yep.
How many points do we have left?
100.
100 still? Dang. We could bump up our persuade and psychology a little bit more since they're occupation skills. Do we want to just like add 10 to each, make it 35?
We could add 30 to each and make it 55.
Okay, yeah, we can do that too. So it's 60 points, which means we have 40 left.
Yep. I want to take climb.
Oh, climb is good, yeah.
It's 20% by default. If we put another 30 in, then it becomes 50%. We have a 50% chance of climbing.
Yeah, and that leaves us with 10 points, right?
Yep.
Honestly, we can make climb 60. I'd be okay with that.
I would too, but let's just take a look and see if there's any other skill that we think deserves a bump.
Okay. I think listen and spot hidden could be good. Heightened senses. Spot hidden especially because I feel like that's, you do a lot of like looking.
Oh, yeah, okay. Spot hidden. We're going to be investigating the evidence.
Yep.
Let's make that 35.
Sweet.
Okay, and that's our special interest points.
Yep.
Or personal interest points.
Credit rating is determined by character creation based upon blah, blah, blah.
We have an average credit rating, by the way.
Yeah.
3 meals a day, occasional treats. Average home or apartment. Moderately priced hotels.
Moderately priced hotels.
We can afford any standard form of travel, just not first class. In a modern day period, you would own a reliable car.
Heck yeah. Right.
Well, we wouldn't own a reliable car, I guess. Thinking about it, we can't get a license, but
yeah, no.
This cat Ubers everywhere in the modern day.
We're done with credit rating, so we're on to step 4, create a backstory. Crafting background and entries. Be specific, emotional, and empathetic. Try to phrase each entry to emphasize its personal nature. For example, my wife identifies the subject, but tells us nothing about the nature of the relationship.
My wife.
My wife. Also, what do you mean it tells us nothing about the nature of the relationship? That is a big descriptor of the relationship.
Yeah, well, what is it? 35% of marriages end in divorce or something like...
I think it's higher than that.
No. The actual math is something like the divorce to marriage ratio is like 38, but also the number of divorces is not equal to the number of marriages. So it's a useless metric.
How? How is it not equal to...
Because there's divorces George, who's been married 10 times in his life, versus the couple that actually, followed through on to death do us part. The number of marriages is not going to be equal to the number of divorces. There will always be more, it's a useless metric, basically. Because, every marriage, not every marriage ends. And not every marriage ends in divorce. One guy could get married 15 times in his life, and all of his partners could have died, right? And that guy would not count towards the divorce rate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You have widower George, who does not count at all, versus divorces George, who counts as a statistical outlier.
He's a statistical outlier and should not be included.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, it's a useless metric to measure, how many marriages end in divorce based on the way that most people do it. And even then, people exaggerate the number of divorces.
Yeah.
Like the people who are like, oh, 50% of marriages end in divorce. Nope, no, they don't.
No.
First off, your numbers are too high. You're not counting certain things. You're counting certain things too high. Blah, blah, blah. And it's a useless metric, even if it was true.
Tell him, Joel.
Sorry, that's just... Okay, my point is, though, your relationship with your wife is not determined by the fact that you are married. It is based on how happy the relationship is.
I mean, yeah, that's fair, but they can't say it tells us absolutely nothing about the relationship.
You're right. It does tell us that the characters are married. They probably live together.
They probably live together. They were once in love or are currently in love.
Well, maybe not, especially if it's the 1920s. It could be an arranged situation.
Yeah, true.
I mean, we still have arranged marriages today.
Yeah, people arrange their marriages all the time. How do you think weddings happen?
Okay. No, I get it. Anyway, specify a name the person or place, identify the item or concept. Attach a feeling. Start with a positive or negative and build from there. Make it intense. We use love instead of like, despise instead of dislike.
Okay.
Wait, there's random tables?
There are random tables.
You want to randomly generate our cat's relationships?
Sure, we got this. Personal description. Think of a distinct look that sums up your investigator's appearance. Whether your appearance and your personality match is another question. A person may look stuffy, but actually be personable and open.
Okay, this one they do say we should choose rather than roll.
Yeah. Rugged, pretty, smart, handsome, glamorous, untidy, ungainly, baby-faced, dull, dirty, youthful, stout, elegant, pale, rosy, stuffy, brawny, strapping, dazzler, weary, hairy, scruffy, sullen, tanned, mousy, dainty, gawky, bookish, plump, slim, stocky, ordinary, wrinkled, sharp, muscular, or frail. There was a lot more to that list than I thought there was when I started reading.
Yeah. That was a 2-pager. I feel like stocky kind of makes sense if we are saying we are an above average size for a cat, even though we're a below average size for a character, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you know when you're looking at a long or a big cat, you know?
Yeah, I'm just saying, this could be a stocky, like either a plump, we could have a Garfield situation here, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So this could be a plump and stocky kind of cat. You might even describe it in vivid terms as a bit of a Garfield situation. Since we're supposed to attach feeling to it. Alright. That's all that they really give us for the personal description. So I feel like this would also be a place to describe, like, the breed of cat that we're going with here.
Yeah. Do we want to do a Maine Coon still?
Yeah, let's do a Maine Coon. What color is Wesley Whiskers? What if Wesley's mom was a Maine Coon, but his dad was a tuxedo cat?
So it's a Maine Coon with a tuxedo?
Yeah, with a tuxedo cat coat. Because he's a lawyer.
Yeah. That works.
So technically tuxedo cats are a mixed breed of cat to begin with.
Yeah, but that's okay. We're living in our mindscape right now. We can do whatever we want.
I guess technically T.S. Eliot's original 1938 book of poems, Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats, the Jellicle cats were tuxedo cats. So the cats that inspired cats were tuxedo cats.
Such a weird sentence. Up next, ideology/beliefs, and it says you can roll a 1d10.
Let's do it.
The d10, we get an 8. Politics. That's all it says.
Yeah, well, it tells us to specify our politics.
Yeah.
So is this cat conservative, socialist, liberal? Obviously it's socialist, right?
Yeah. He's fallen for propaganda.
This cat voted for FDR.
Nice.
Wait, no, 20s. It would have been before FDR's time. That would have been the 30s, right? And 40s. He ran 3 times.
Yeah. The only one, a generational run, if you will.
Yeah, they literally changed the rule book after him.
Yep. They're like, oh, you can't do that anymore.
Everyone else had the option. They just chose not to do it until FDR. And then everyone was like, well, wait a minute. Maybe that was a good idea.
Yeah. Everybody else did it out of respect. FDR was like, screw you guys. I'm going all the way. I'm going to use my power to do some good.
I mean, that was the New Deal guy. So, like, it's not like, yeah, he tried to use his powers for good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I feel like this cat would vote for FDR given the opportunity.
Yes.
And he will probably live long enough to do it. He is 1 year old in our nebulous 1920s.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't die on a case.
All right. We're on to significant people. Speaking of FDR. Roll 1d10 or pick one from each of the 2 lists below. Take the result and make it specific and personal to your investigator. Think of a name for these people.
All right, first who?
We get a 3. A sibling.
Brother, half-brother, stepsister, etc.
What if we do a brother?
Yeah, let's see. William Whiskers.
William Whiskers.
Paralegal. Actually, wait, that's probably a thing that will roll to determine why this person is so significant to you.
Yes.
Well, we could just say, like, we could go with these, but we could say, well, we went into business together.
I actually like that a lot.
Yes, we've got Wesley Whiskers, feline attorney, and then William Whiskers, paralegal. They went into business together. No, we could roll to, because these all provide, like, feeling, right? We've got, like, they taught you something, a feeling of regret, you wish to prove yourself better than that. We could still roll to determine the, like, interpersonal nature of this relationship, you know?
Okay, yeah, I'm down for that. We get another 3. They give your life meaning. How? You aspire to be like them, you seek to be with them, you seek to make them happy.
They helped me make my dream come true.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Something along those lines.
Like, my dream of running a private practice is only possible thanks to them. And then meaningful locations is our last one. And then we move on to our second character.
We have to make a whole nother character?
Wait, no, never mind. I misread that.
Okay.
When it said 2 lists, it meant the 2 lists of period names.
Yes. So yeah, meaningful locations. Let's roll our D10. We get a 5 this time. A place for socializing, e.g. a gentleman's club, local bar, or uncle's house. What?
You know, your uncle who owns a house and therefore hosts all the house parties for the family.
I mean, I do have an uncle that's kind of like that. He doesn't host everything, but he's hosts some stuff. But I wouldn't say his house is a place for socializing.
Both of my aunts are like that.
Oh, wow.
Like, one of them hosts Thanksgiving, the other one hosts Christmas.
Yeah, that's a good system.
I think my mom would be part of that too, except she lives 3 hours away. So she really doesn't have the opportunity.
So yeah, we need a place for socializing. The alley behind the law firm.
I was gonna say the diner across the street from their office.
You know what? That works too. I like that more.
I feel like that's a more, like, relaxed place where they can, like, you know, discuss things with clients too, like...
Yeah, like, hey, let's have a lunch meeting, you know? There's a diner across the street, let's go get a hoagie.
Exactly.
Treasured possessions is up next.
Let's roll it.
We got a 6. Your collection. What is it?
What does Wesley Whiskers, feline attorney, collect? I kind of want to say case mementos. I feel like that's the noir detective thing to do, right?
Yeah. That's pretty good.
I feel like it's like a wall of newspaper clippings celebrating wins in court.
I like that. Awesome. Then we have traits.
Roll 1d10 or pick one of the following.
Oh, we got a 10. Ambitious. That works.
Yeah. What's our cat's ambition, though?
Try to become the #1 law firm in the tri-state area.
Well, we don't know exactly where our cat, like, we don't know the exact setting. But we could say that this cat wants to become, like, the top law firm in, or like the #1 private practice in their town or city.
Yeah, I dig that.
Because this cat's already his own boss, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, we need to make a key backstory connection. Consider your investigator's backstory and pick the one entry that you feel is most important to them. This is their key connection. The one thing above all else that gives the meaning to their life. Mark it with a star or underline it on the investigator sheet. This connection can aid your investigator in regaining sanity points. I mean, it's gotta be his brother, right?
I think so, yeah. The brother keeps you grounded.
There's no star key.
Hold down shift and press 8.
You are so right, actually. I was thinking like actual star. I forgot asterisk existed. Okay, yeah, good stuff. Okay, and then it's up to additional details. Fill in the following details. Birthplace. Most of Lovecraft's stories take place in New England. You can choose to start there if you wish. However, your investigator could originate from anywhere in the world. No game penalty or advantage exists for one country or culture over another. The choice can lead to other deductions. For instance, while an investigator born in the United States of America or Canada has a good chance of English as his or her own language, an investigator born in Quebec might learn French at infancy, while one born in Arizona might have Spanish or Navajo, and one born in San Francisco might speak Cantonese. Can we make our cat from Jersey?
I feel like we have to leave that blank, right? To make it fit the group.
Yeah, That
Or no, we I guess we don't, do we? Because it's the birthplace, not necessarily the setting.
Yeah.
We could say the cat's from New Jersey then.
New Jersey, man.
One moment. What does the radio accent most resemble?
Oceanic? Question mark? Or Mid-Atlantic?
Radio accent.
Like South Carolina, I guess? I don't...
It's a cultivated, non-regional speech style blending American and British English, I guess?
Yeah. It was made specifically for radio, I'm pretty sure.
It was made because of the limitations of audio equipment at the time.
Yeah, so radio.
It's called American Theater English, or the Mid-Atlantic accent.
Okay, but that doesn't come from a place.
Which one's the Atlantic Ocean? That's the one on the right-hand side, right?
Correct.
All right, so that would basically be kind of that would be a New England accent.
Yeah.
Or close enough to it. I'm just saying, this cat in his own head sounds like an old-timey radio guy.
All right. So wait, would that be like New York then?
New Jersey is fine.
New Jersey is fine?
Yep, that's part of New England, or close enough to it.
Yeah. Good thing it's not part of regular England.
Yeah.
God, we gotta come up with the gender of the investigator next.
Oh, it's he, him.
Yeah. Figured.
Wesley Whiskers is definitely a man.
Yeah.
Or I guess a boy, as young as he is.
He's but a child. Then we have to figure out a name for this investigator.
Ooh, that's gonna be the hardest part.
Yeah.
What about Wesley Whiskers?
Oh my god, that's actually such a good name. I was just thinking the same thing. Alright, we can move on to step 5 then, I think. Because the next one is put a picture up there. I'm not going to draw a picture for this guy.
One moment.
Oh.
One moment. I'm working on it.
Okay.
I'm trying. Yep, here we go. Maine Coon Tuxedo Mix. Found him. Posting the image in the Discord chat right now.
Okay. Dang. Yeah, that's him. That is Wesley Whiskers. I might have to try to Photoshop that on later.
Yeah, I know they've got like shows up as fillable, but that it doesn't actually there's nothing you can do there.
Yeah, no. It just allows you to click it and make it have the little highlight around it.
But it doesn't actually do anything, so that's interesting.
Okay, step 5, equip the investigator.
Cash and assets on page 57.
Which is, yes, this previous one. So we're in 1920s, and our
average
credit rating is 50.
So credit rating times 2.
No, wait.
So we have 100.
No, we're at wealthy status, because average only goes to 49. 50 to 89 is wealthy.
Oh, that's different than what the thing above said. But okay, that's fine. We still start with, okay, so it's credit rating times 5. This is a law firm that is doing well.
Yes.
So yeah, $250.
$250.
That's our petty cash.
$250 in 1920, you're basically a millionaire.
I mean, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. So then our assets is 50 times 500, which is 25,000.
Yeah, okay. This law firm is doing well. They are winning cases. That wall has some samples on it.
Heck yeah.
But even so, they take on one case at a time, and Wesley Whiskers himself goes out and does his own investigations.
Yep. Heck yeah.
Just like Phoenix Wright.
Just like Phoenix Wright, bro. Still never played one of those games. Maybe someday.
I'll get you on there.
Alright, yeah. And then our spending level is 50, by the way. That's just what it says.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, well, the audience doesn't see that.
Okay, you got me there.
Audio medium.
You got me there.
I think that's it on that, which means we're on to equipment. The final step is to write down any important items, weapons, or equipment your investigator possesses. There's no need to write a detailed list of everything your character owns, just list the notable items. In many cases, starting investigators don't really have anything exceptional or worth writing down in the way of equipment. That's fine, you'll soon be uncovering all manner of strange and remarkable items during the game.
If we don't have to have items, that's convenient for us.
Yeah.
I say we just don't have any items then.
Yeah, that works.
And then we got some optional rules here. Option 1, start over. Absolutely not.
Nope.
Option 2, modify low rolls. I don't think we got many low rolls, or not too many that I object to.
Yeah, no, I think we're good on stats. And the next 3 options are all stats, I think.
Yeah. We could do, basically they changed it so all the stuff is either like point by or like predetermined numbers, like the quick fire method or what have you. Option 6, Reaching the heights of human potential. You may have noticed that many characteristics have a maximum of 99, but the dice rolls only allow for a maximum of 90. To allow for truly exceptional investigators, the keeper may allow an extra 1d10 percentage points to distribute as players wish among characteristics. I don't think that matters. First off, we don't have any skills at 90.
Yeah, no. We've got one at 85.
We're close, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters to us.
I don't think so either.
All right, so I think we're done.
That's it. You've made Wesley Whiskers.
The star of an absurdist comedy horror audio drama. Wesley Whiskers, attorney at law. You see here?
Meow, see here. Well, I love that. That leaves us with just one thing to do. Joel, are you ready for a cat pun?
Not yet. We gotta tell everyone how many rules we broke.
Oh, shoot, you're so right, actually.
Okay, we did actually break like 3 rules this time. I didn't do a good job of writing them down, but we're not supposed to be playing as a cat, first and foremost.
Classic.
Yep. And then we didn't follow the rules that it told us to follow for determining characteristic values. We modified the size so that it was lower.
Yep.
And then wasn't there something else? Or no, maybe there wasn't. I think it may have just been the 2, actually.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it.
Okay. Well, especially since we didn't have to have starting equipment. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So two rules broken? Sounds good to me.
I think so, yeah. Better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, for real. I thought we were going to break like 5 at least.
I was betting on 3. Anyway, now we can do a cat pun.
Okay. What do you call a cat who is a lawyer?
What do you call a cat who's a lawyer?
An attorney at paw.
All right, there you go, everyone. Have a nice evening.
Or day or morning, whenever you're listening to this.
I release these episodes in the morning, so...
Okay.
Have a nice morning.
Have a nice insert time of day here.
All bases covered.
We're good.